It's the Joseph Bristol Show.
Welcome to another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Alright, so on today's episode, see I got my green screen. I'm gonna actually work on doing it. So the videos coming up in the future, they're gonna be, they should be different from the current quality and past quality of videos that I've been putting out. So hopefully everything is gonna come together and it's gonna be really nice. My website, within maybe, I'm hoping the next couple of months, is gonna be updated. I should have updates on JRB Productions. I'm probably gonna change the name of that, but as a lot of people may know, I've actually been working on putting together my own production companies. Once I release these two books, Human Nature, The Heartbreak War, which is the sequel to Human Nature, Seven Sons, then I'll start working on my first movie, at least working on the script, and then after I write up the script, I should have the actually filming the movie, and hopefully get that out within the next year. Hopefully, we see how everything goes. Right now, everything is updating. My green screen it's wet right now. I had to spray it down with the de-wrinkler, so forgive me for that. But on today's episode, I not only wanted to give an update on what's going on with me as far as the website and my YouTube videos. I am still going to be making videos. On this week's episode is just going to be an update. I was actually going to make one on healing, but that'll probably be, I might drop that later on this week. I got a lot going on. I'm working on school, learning how to program in C++. I'm working on, of course, writing my books, getting out the next Human Nature book, as well as, I got my kid. I got a lot of different things that I'm trying to work on and get done right now, but I wanted to update everybody on what I'm doing, what I got going on. So with that being said, I will talk a little bit about healing, self-healing, taking care of ourselves, because there's a lot going on in the world right now, with the pandemic, and you got Russia and Iran interfering with elections coming up. We got presidential elections coming up. We got wildfires all over the west coast of America, all in the Midwest. It's wildfires burning down people's houses, changing up people's lives, just destroying everything in its path. And some of those fires are supposed to be burning all the way up until October. So you can imagine, what some people are going through right now. So it's a lot of different things happening in the world right now. And as I said, all this happening during a pandemic. There's a disease that, is literally killing people in weeks. You catch it today, and a couple weeks later, you're dead. So, it's a lot. And I just wanted to talk about healing or self-care, right? So during all these things that's happening with people feeling anxious and anxiety being high and fear being serious, mind you, all these things are happening. We still got police brutality, police killing unarmed citizens, and now there are more and more reports of citizens killing police. So, cops just sitting in their police cars and people walking up shooting them, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of different things happening in the world. Mind you, we still got China with concentration camps locking up the Muslims. We still got Israel over there, suppressing or oppressing the Muslims, the Palestinians. We got Russia with unfair elections, Ukraine doing the same thing, unfair elections. We still got Latin countries, these Latin countries, I forget the names, it'll pop up in my mind, where the presidents are stealing the money and they're not willing to give up power. Nicolas Maduro, you know what I'm saying? We have so much things going on in the world. Hong Kong, they're still trying to fight for their freedom for democracy. I mean, there's so much going on. Mind you, we still got the results from Brexit. So this guy Boris Johnson literally destroying the British economy, and then trying to cover it up under the pandemic. There's just so much going on in the world. The war in Yemen, Iran, Afghanistan. There's so much going on in the world, and it's a lot. And so I just wanted to say that we have to still take care of ourselves. We still have to stop and just process what's happening in the world, because it's important that we know what's happening, that we understand what's happening, and that we allow it to sink into our minds so that, again, we can understand the world that we're living in. But it's also important that we make sure we heal ourselves and we maintain our emotional and mental stability, that we don't allow all this negative news, all this negativity happening in the world to stop us from, still experiencing happiness, still looking for love, still trying to be joyful and pleased with being alive. Because at the end of the day, the fact that we're just waking up is in and of itself a blessing. It is a joy that we have another opportunity to be alive. When you're driving from home to work, or you're driving to drop your kids off to school, or you're driving anywhere, sometimes if you just look around, you'll see that there's an accident on the road. That could be you. You could have been in a car accident. You could have died on your way to wherever it is that you're going. So it's important that we remember those who are suffering, but also remember the blessing that we currently have for not suffering. You know what I mean? Those people who are working, it's important that, even if you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm working a crummy job, I work at McDonald's, oh, my life ain't worth nothing, I have this minimum wage job, what am I doing with myself? You have to remember that you have a job. There are people who don't have anything, who don't have jobs. They're out on a job. They're in the pandemic. Some people want to go back to work, but they're scared. They're afraid. They have diabetes. They have heart conditions. They have problems. So they have to live in worry. If I go and get a job and, somebody's coughing in the store, I could potentially get sick and die. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. Some people can't go back to work because the schools are only online. They're only virtual. So it becomes, do I leave my kid home alone while I'm at work? And if I do that, what if somebody finds out and they call DCF, Department of Children and Family on me? What if my kid goes and turns on the stove and burns down the house, burns himself? What if they're arguing with their sibling and he hits the sibling too hard and he kills them? There's so much things to have to worry about and fret about in this life that we're living during these times. It's a lot of uncertainty. So I think it's very important that we all take the time out to recognize how we're feeling and heal and just relax. Sometimes take a media blackout. Don't listen to any news for a day or two. Don't look at social media for a day or two. Somebody starts talking about something that you don't want to talk about, just say that to them. Hey, listen, I got a lot on my mind. I don't need to hear about that right now. You know what I mean? Just take the time out to process your own feelings, your own emotions, and to understand that you're alive. And it's okay to be scared, to be afraid, to feel uncertainty about the future, because that is ultimately the world that we're living in right now. It's a very scary time. There's no telling what may happen tomorrow. You might wake up and there's news of something else. We just had a double hurricane, 2 hurricanes back to back at the same time. I mean, that's a lot of stuff happening right now. That's climate change. People say that climate change isn't real, global warming isn't real. Let's be serious, all right? So I just wanted to make a quick video about healing. I think it's very important that we take the time out to heal. And how do you heal, right? I'm talking about talking to people, expressing how you feel, expressing your anxieties and your fears and your worries, spending time with loved ones. So I'm not really one for spending my physical time with another person, but I know a lot of people get joy out of that. So I would suggest that. Call people, find out who you can spend your physical time with. Tell that person, hey, listen, I feel anxious, I feel scared, I just need somebody's presence. I would like your presence. I would like for you to I'd like to be around you. Can you come over my house? Can I come over your house for a couple hours? Let's watch a movie, let's have a conversation, let's eat some food, and just take the time out to recognize how you're feeling and to do the little things that bring you a little bit of joy. Eat your favorite food, eat a little bit of ice cream, do some exercises, talk to people. Make sure you're getting your sleep. Sleep is very, very important. So make sure you're resting your body, resting your mind, and resting your body is very, very important. You know what I mean? And just take the time. If you need some type of professional help, you don't have to go and physically see a therapist. They have online therapy therapists that you can text, that you can talk to over the phone, therapists that have video conferencing. If you don't want to do that, call the suicide hotline. They'll talk to you all night, all day. So you're never alone in your struggle of figuring out what's happening in the world, where's my place in the world, and what can I do to make things better. Just take the time out to heal yourself. So I just wanted to, make a quick video about that. Nothing long, just a quick, take the time out to heal, guys. Let's take our time. And of course, an update on the, on my website on the things that are happening in my life. I've made a new transition. Like I said, you see the new background. I got the green, I got the background up. So I'm gonna be working on all my videos and getting that together. I'm trying to finish up my book. I'm trying to finish my class. This class is kicking my butt, yo. I won't even lie. This school thing is tough, And I'm just working on my own self and keeping my mind right and keeping myself together so that I can be the best person that I can be. So I'm working on some stuff. Actually, I just got a RoboVac, so I might just make a review on that too for those who are interested in buying a robot vacuum. I used to do a lot of reviews, actually. Not a lot, but I used to make review videos. So I might go back to making review videos too, since I bought a couple of different things over the weekend. So just take care of yourselves, guys, and just be careful, man. And then, of course, check out josephbristol.com for my daily blog. I'm putting that back up. It's been a couple days since I made a daily blog post, but I'm gonna be back to making daily blog posts, and so you can read about Joseph R Bristol and what I got going on in my life, and just being me. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's all about. And of course, you can check out my online store where I sell my book and other products that I just sell, just stuff that I think people need, useful items that you might be surprised to find out you actually need this thing. And of course, I also got the first chapter of Human Nature, 7 Sons, the first edition, because I'm actually republishing the book. So you won't be able to find it on Amazon and Google Play and in the Apple bookstore because I took it down. I'm fixing it up. I want to change the cover. I'm adding things to the story, so I'm just changing that up a little bit, and I'm gonna put that back out when I drop the Heartbreak War. So that being said, I'm working on stuff. I'm getting things in order. So hopefully, let's say we're in September. So let's say by the end of October, I'm really hoping, by the end of this month, I said the end of October, jeez. By the end of this month, I'm hoping to have everything in order where I could just go back to, weekly YouTube videos until I'm able to make daily YouTube videos. But at least I want to be putting out weekly videos. Hopefully by the end of this year, I should have, Human Nature, 7 Sons republished with a new cover, new content in the story. Human Nature, the Heartbreak War published, ready out there for you guys to check out my stories and my books. And after I drop these 2 books, like I said, I'm gonna start working on my movie. I got my green screen, so we're gonna get everything together. Everything it's about to be good. 2020 is not a bad year. No year is bad unless you make it bad. Don't think about what you can't do. Only think about what you can do. What can I do to do whatever I want to do? Take the time out to heal yourself and to maintain your mental, physical, and spiritual sanity and peace. Is very, very important, because this is a spiritual life that we're living. And if your spirit is right, your mind going to be right. And if your mind is right, your body going to be right. And if your body's right, your life will be right. Okay? So, thanks for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Let's all remember, man, we all out here trying to do the same thing. Just be happy and survive. Y'all stay blessed.
Leave a comment below.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe.